Babani, Babani, Ameba Kwei, yes, sir. I mean, it's a World Cup finals. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot blame people. Anyways, Chameganyame. Nyawa boti ami. Yeah, I mean, 1 second. Let me send a text to. Now, waba. Nya wajianshi no waboti ami. Thank you once again. Ake nyefe nyeme ni wabasa waba chuwa no chuma ekun. The whistle over intextable. You know what? It's anywhere you say. I have a new development. So after the show, let's talk about it. No walk the way forward. Oh no. A new development. Ona boni. So we'll talk about it. Now. Week name here, one of the things ni me a boy put more out there. Shout outs to you at all Kangpa. Me panify mo fe money o subscribe ko to in channel o find a bomode koni o subscribe. Me pa bo fi wa de nche. Mo fe money o subscribe ko to my channel. It is very, very important. Kemo ko shop link allow receive or link from me. Bona receive or link from me. You understand what I'm saying? Danny Oko show. I'm pleading with you. Make sure I can hit and I can subscribe button there. Bona. Bomode Koni or hit subscribe button there. Because you may not necessarily be getting the links from me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want you to miss out on the show. But kaji hit subscribe button there. Ni hit bell notification. No hit no famous shwake. Obana ke back obana sound there on both ends of the melee. Bona boni ni yo to boni la sen chombwe. Keke obana ke kemba live no. Mino ba fe obana what do you call it? Obana notification ona boni chon. She kejije na kaini ke imba live ona notification bona boni ni yo. So min pabu fai bomoden koni ofe na kani o subscribe. Because I will not be able to send you the link every day. When I get back, it take your time because me link you understand what I'm saying? I just want to come and then keep going. Couldn't waste no time because men again try my World Cup but people are busy nonetheless, and I had to wait almost 30 minutes for people to join the live. I don't want to keep you waiting. So me if I bomb then you subscribe Johnny Fimo. Now let's go to business. You see, I keep telling these people like penny. No matter how ni oba slice ile, ni oba chonle, ni oba chakile, ni oba fele neke, ni oba fele neke, ni oba fele neke, ni oba fele neke. Look, it's not gonna wash. It won't. Because look, ko male shikomi oba tawa male konklo no batano. Look, Jenny Adamalache, neba, ne Kelvin Tackie chole Joe Blankson. It was not him. It was Kelvin Tackie. You understand what I'm saying? Kelvin Tackie, papa. Ama me Joe Blankson J Manchenier, Joe Blankson J Manchenier, Joe Blankson J Manchenier. Ama me Shishi. You understand what I'm saying? Ameni ame jeshishi. Jenny Adamalache. Ni Adamalache did not do this. Be boni Kelvin Tackie ke papa jeshishi na kenu ebacha. Ni mida wa Kelvin Tackie papa kele Kelvin Tackie ame jeshishi na me bwe yemu ake Dr. Joe Blankson J Manchenier. Because I'm a recognized yake kusumi na chom no na ke chom ake to mo manje to mo boni ni adamalache you obi ane Joe Blankson achon na ken kusumi mi achon beno Kelvin Tackie ken ni adamalache they are saying the same thing about Joe Blankson, and you lots because of your hypocrisy ke amaledi nye malio iwo nye sumo ni nye ba yu yake Kelvin Tackie lanwe ke Joe Blankson J Mancheni. Oh, because can you fail na can if I fit in your case say. Oh no. Can you fail na can you na ka wo so asma all these wale no ni ada malache you asma no kwale. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Because can you na campaign you admit ake Tomoboni Kelvin Tackie. Keje papa you no tona me boy bola mo ake Joe Blankson je manchenie Joe Blankson je manchenie Joe Blankson je manchenie. Keje nyenye he na ka womi ni admit na kan pe ni twaga nye case fe ekume ehweshi. Ni nye case ba akume ehweshi because the very foundation ni can build on your case it is non-existent. Kla ikake a week ikake a week. The very foundation there, then you can build so-called case and you build up. It is non-existent. You understand what I'm saying? It is non-existent. And today I'm going to tell you, okay, it is not near the malache. Ni ekoake Joe Blankson je mancheni. Tomoboni nye you all. Ake ni be moko ye jeme. Moko be jeme. According to Kelvin Tackie, ke Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie. Joe Blankson ebejeme. Je mancheni. I'm going to repeat it again. Inke je ni adamalache. Neke Joe Blankson je mancheni. Kelvin Tackie ke Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie. Ameni amekake Joe Blankson je mancheni. But because can you admit na can know if you on your case say useless a war nyenye mommy ne wa nye wa tele ni adamalache shimi ikpene ni ba wa tele ni adamalache I will put the facts where they should be. Any esani anukwale aka in kabag mejeme ni gatete ketete fe ba cheki. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga tete fe bana. Producer, he send another message. Onu. You understand what I'm saying? Shout outs to you, Manye, Toyota. Bona. Producer, if I didn't send you another message, your WhatsApp, if I didn't come on. Ona bonini yo. So look, today we will put wakanibi abashwe ene sani wakashwe. Ona boni ni yo wakaba mejeme ni nye fenye na ke Kelvin Tackie ke Dr. Joe Blankson je mancheni ni je Kelvin Tackie pe ni we Dr. Tetteh Kwei ni lese miye e chake edwemo ne ya mo Joe Blankson miye Dr. Tetteh Kwei lenche we ake Joe Blankson je mancheni. I've played you the audio and I'm going to do so again today. So because nye male ni nye keke ni bi ni nye keke ewo nye ywe ni bi ni nye ywe ewo nye ta nye ko sande ni nye chole konko, and some of us will not allow you. And another thing ni nye fe this week ya kenya wo ni sempe a video ko ne ba ne ywe bia mi ni ake Kelvin Tackie but traditional counselor. No, he respond to it. And today I'll put the facts out there again. I put the facts out there again. So once again, we're not able to pick more up biane. Bomodeni o jani fe mo hami. Kiyamoko ni lewu e kiyamoko. Ye ishibamli. Ona boni ncho. Kehamoko ni lewu e kehamoko. Ye ishibamli. Jani fe mo. Can you first time ne? Bomodeni o subscribe. Very, very important to me. Now, let's go on. Nyani fishije mi. What try video na me put out there. Shout outs to you. Manye. Ofane boy ojuba. Manye no kacho niji edweno ima ofane boy ojuba nya woboti ami video na me put le out there ngene I think it's been about 3 days ago ni so called Joe Blankson a coronation installation whatever you want to call it. You see, and these people, because I'm a sumo kusumi na me ye kusumi anukwale ni ame je kusumi hi none if you are game it doesn't matter to them. iPad money banye kane iPad money banye kane iPad touch on it. Money by work with an iPad. Money you are bluff with a borrowed accent. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like some of us. Me, I don't force it. I speak like this every day. If I go to work, this is exactly the way I sound. I'm not trying to impress anybody. You need to more again. You are I'm call me accent. I have a Chinese you accent because le baby BBO mean that few than mean baby. You understand what I'm saying? So I've not borrowed anybody's accent. I've been speaking like this for at least 20 years. So I'm not forcing it. I'm not trying to sound to Momokoni. No. This is just the way I speak. You understand what I'm saying? With a fake borrowed accent, it tries to impress every single one of you. You understand what I'm saying? And today, we're about breaking against Jandame, we're about Gale. We'll make sure we're about breaking against Jandame. You understand what I'm saying? So let's get into business. Now, in my first video, ni machamabu so-called noni ameke atojo Blankson ni what deal with it?
In the warriors of the Ghana state.
Oh, how do I make this big? Damn, man. If I am 1 second.
Presence filled with firing of muskets and locally made guns. This was a joyous occasion for Ghans, and a well-attended ceremony showed their rich culture and heritage.
Meanwhile, I am 1 second so I can show you that video. Where is the video? Where is the video? Where is the video? Oh my goodness, it is Saturday. Bye. You know video. Yeah, me 1 second. I can show you the screen now.
Present at the ceremony were the Minister of Tourism, Mr. Jacob Echebi Lamte, and the Minister of State for Chieftaincy and Culture, Samson Kokubuafu. Also present were the Regional Minister, Tetteh Kwei, and the Mayor of Accra, Stanley Ejri Blankson.
Right, so this is an excerpt of the video these guys posted. You understand what I'm saying? Let me see if I can replay the video again. Yeah, me 1 second. I'm having a problem with my Nibi Engmene. Let's see if I can play the video again. It's not working. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? So video no now. Dr. Joe Blankson, right? A video so-called ni ameke afe install. No ni intro boy. Let me pull up ni be Look, it is what it is. We'll get through this. Nigga warrior. Every now and then we get these setbacks. But we'll get through it. So that was the video. Now, I told Gamanche Traditional Council. Gamanche ke atole ayakusumi ni aketo Gamanche. Ayegbejiano to ni achomo no na aketo manche. Ayeshian ni achuo kusumi ye. Ayegbantai ni achuo kusumi ye. Aye inshona ni achuo kusumi ye. Aye chuiamli ni achuo kusumi ye. Ni achuo Gamanche kusumi ye fe ga Traditional Council ebemi. Ga Traditional Council, it is an administrative entity created by the government of Ghana. Ga Traditional Council afe Gamanche kusumi yegeme. Aka Gamanche kita yegeme. ake gamanche echo man be yaga traditional council. You understand what I'm saying? So from the very get-go, none of you walk about ball. If you are dealing with Kusumi, that should tell you, okay, set in there, na tuna can nuchumo poye, and nullify all right there. Gamanche agwole yaga traditional council. Atole yaga traditional council. Akale kita yaga traditional council. Joe Blankson kwa I kan kita. Nike kan kita na mo kan le kita. Animo ni kan le kita na kamo eya egbe. Ne dumo game anajian ke gamajian chema anajian ne kan Joe Blankson kita. And all of these questions nimbuwe put together, no one Kelvin Tackie, ke Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie, ameke Joe Blankson je mancheni. Jenny Adamala Chenike, Kelvin Tackie, ke Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie, amamekake Joe Blankson je mancheni. She before po ni Kelvin Tackie, ke Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie ba yuake Joe Blankson je gamancheni. Dr. ni Tetteh Kwei, ke sakuma wulomo ni ti numo gba me. Amedi encha ameke Joe Blankson J Mancheni. Joe Blankson, J Mancheni. Amameke. Now, Obabiake Ningme ni Dr. Tetteh Kwei ke ni Ogbame Sakuma Wulomo numo Ogbame ke ake Dr. Joe Blankson here. J Mancheni. Itwa eyambo shukome. Ani wakano ajechishida. Ni was set case. And once again, if you don't know it, this is why ewo ni Dr. Tetteh Kwei jasi pale. Because efwehe ni amefe egbe ekome ake boni ameba yalene, boni ameba nyelene, noni ameba fene ni efwehe ni semiele di enche. Yemone yue ya noni matama abone miye efoehe ni efe noko eshile di enche yemo mwewoni akpale. You understand what I'm saying? Let me play you the audio. Ni obo Dr. ni Tetteh Kwei ke sakuma wulomo twe ni amenkake Dr. Joe Blankson J Mancheni.
Je le fais à chaque gars, Maya Ryan Fair, to the band, Bahani, Jewish, that would be at the she. I know, say, but no, Jordan, let's see it. Nothing more, I know, but no, Jan, I can know it, Jordan. Well, I go. She are no. Yeah, we need a few men. The fear of the show, she are my door. You must have any Jewish, I know some of the fatal no Jewish, no so on. No, I saw you, she was you.
So AJ Siachombo money you are a catchole ni Tetteh Kwei niji enyono. Garoyas to jaseche. Mine waneke noni ya no engo amena ni gafe jija mine wo e bag blam ye chombo boletwe.
Well, you must know honey was here actually.
Jele pe tagien shimoko un tagien mani mo check be. Sakuma wulomo numo gba me ni jeten. Ni amu di graft Kwei. Amugiwe we kunupa. No, bona many me cha me befe. Amugiwe bi na me supporter Dr. Tetteh Kwei ke me conclude me ni yo jase mi ke no mo gba me ni me yo close to me na me cha me be mi ne wona me ke gan jija mi ne wona me ke no ni ya no e gan fefe basa botui. Now money onu ebi ane no e ka chole Joe Benny Jase Stool Secretary. Gajase Stool Secretary. Joe Benny. I want you to pay attention to Joe Benny. Ese check be kon ekele Joe Benny at the time eleji Gajase Stool Secretary. Mine wole efita Dr. Tetteh Kwei here. Ye jame na meke gen jija ni gen cho ni gen fe basa. Botui.
Machine, I mean, the royal house, we do the from there. What share now, whatever it is, you know what? I can't see no go. See, that which you
Ni watashi walewa ebe. Akeshi nunko. She ejete kochuluwe. Nyebwa Dr. Tetteh Kwei. Audio ebe clear. So me try to break it. Then trouble. This is like the 4th time you are hearing this audio. Ni watashi ake nunko. She ejete kochuluwe. Nyebwa letwe. She eche B.A. Tackie. She afole gbeni afole chamoji akropon. Ekele ji te kochuluwe bi ahi enyelo. She a woman. Now akropon nye ninchwa video habwe onuni wache ni amakan asre manche acting asre manche ke asre jaseche at the time onune ke akropon kelete police station na akropon ke akropon ke eyawo manche ke ekpene banyembotwe nye kayo nye video nye nuni ni amakan asre jaseche ke acting asre manche at the time Egbawanoni bafene ke akropon that same akropon ni ekani amakan te police station because ni amakan stop le from manchawomwe le no the same akropon le no jimoni Dr. Tetteh Kwei chion etan. Let's go on. Nagangile ni agbo dada na no wanuake eya wo money achole Joe Blankson eya wo le chumi nye boatwe na kengbile na fo dada no bene wana no money achole Joe Blankson eya wo le chumi money achole Joe Blankson eya wo le chumi the same akropon ni eya police ni I invite ni amaka nkete police station aka to Mantse ni amaka ekpene legbe the same akropon no ni Dr. Tetteh Kwei na mosani ayu Dr. Joe Blankson the same person so abun yuemo aka Dr. Joe Blankson je Mantse ni je ni adamalache you know the very teko tulu we be money I recognize all akeleji ame jaseche the very person ni Kelvin Tackie keleji jaseche biane nakaimo le eji money efemini leji money ebo yue mu aka Joe Blankson ye je gamancheni. Let's go on. Ni inkakeshi awo Mantse na kan gbeyeni achono ni aketuo gamanche. Give me you Dr. Tetteh Kwei. I'm just amplifying his voice for you. This is an old tape. Give me you all. So nyenoni ni amaka yue ake this same akropon kelete police station because ekpenele ni ebafe no ne fio ejake no ne fio je ni nkpakpa ni Dr. Tetteh Kwei ewe the same thing. So you want to talk about money a recognize Joe Blankson ake gamanche. It didn't start from near Adamalache. Your own group, your own party, your own club, your own house, your own game leaders. Ame kabatabi ane recognize Dr. Joe Blankson ake gamanche. Let's go on. Let's go on. She get sebita flacha keji mokoteshino ekae to gamanche. Ni Mantse ni ayuo bemi na ka ya wole tumi I wasn't there. Police foi keme gamanche your so-called Joe Blankson. This is Dr. Tetteh Kwei saying yake chuelencha agalewo beke jechele mono ajiele emiye. That's what they did. Less than 24 hours. Agale beke FM pake jechele no ajiele again. With police surrounding, with police, ni police if we surrounding, police if we surrounding. Awa gamanche chumi ni police if we surrounding ye. Thank you, Ma Oti. Awa gamanche chumi ni police if we surrounding. This is Dr. Tetteh Kwei telling you, not me. Confirming everything. Ni wache ni amaka yuenye. Let's go on.
I hear, trying to
Ni anye klante keni bi eye mobo. Je police fu epe. She anye klante hu keni bi eye mobo. This is Dr. Tetteh Kwei shitting all over the so-called installation in your affair, Dr. Joe Blankson. This is Dr. Tetteh Kwei shitting all over it. Not ni Adamalache. Not ni Tete. Dr. Tetteh Kwei shitting all over the so-called installation of Joe Blankson. Let's go on. Ga echo eko ni beka ba wo Mantse ba sani ata otabiloy na aka wo Mantse lo ani eye for lo. Ni wakai won yu ake no ni amefio eyin. She ni ame twa me fa isi ake no na me ba fe no ame ba fe na me fe
Well, not that level, you know. When I say to see, say I'm at the Shona, if you
ne woni amefia agbena agbene gafe eteshi ni amenka make no na amefio ehi. This is Dr. Tetteh Kwei. Jenny Adamalache. Shading all over that case you lots are making for Dr. Joe Blankson. This is Dr. Tetteh Kwei. I'm not even going to play Numo Sakumono, but this is Dr. Tetteh Kwei, your own Jaseche. And for those of you, no one niakpa le Dr. Tetteh Kwei, no one niakpa le. Because biami ni video ni trouble, biami ni aya afe ye traditional counselor. There goes Dr. Tetteh Kwei speaking against it. Speaking against it. Saying I can na me fear musubo manjwa echo kusumi. Aka police for eto manche. Ka wala chumi aka police for wo gamanche chumi manche. That's Dr. Tetteh Kwei. Do you know better than Dr. Tetteh Kwei? Bo money owo Joe Blankson no ko aka ni Joe Blankson ye me ni adamalache ba fe no only fe Dr. Tetteh Kwei. At this point no me ni adamalache ba ko sin na mi ye chebe kenye me. At this point, near Damalache, Ebako see name. Ebagon. Ejaganomie Afunko Niamugi. Once again, you quit. No, yet got a genius and one because no, you been in your way of your mina. Afunko Niamugi. Manche until now, Bafule, a manche a yolo. The fact that I manche back Bobby and Egbomene, no trunk manche yeli self. Until now, Bafu manche, a manche yeli se efoko. Nakanji gakusumi. Until ni manche abafule, a manche yeli se efoko. Nakanji gakusumi. Video ni posti aka Joe Blankson, no me afunko ni amugiye. So mancheko tano niamugi tano ni Dr. Joe Blankson eba fe ku eshi niamugi. Gaming kenake Dr. Tetteh Kwei. Le kenake Dr. Tetteh Kwei ke Dr. Joe Blankson eba fe ku eshi niamugi. So you want to bring up Joe Blankson again? That's the first part. That's number one. Let's go on. In Kebwake. Kelvin Tackie. E papa ne jeshishi. Aka Joe Blankson ye J mancheni. Ingane e chombo down. But I'm going to go back to it again. And I'm going to show you everything. Let's go on. And ingane me a chombo. Koni onani bi ami ojogba adienche. And in Ghana, me want trouble. Now, this is Kelvin Tackie's dad. Ni a interview le. Transcript. Nyani wakanya no ni eke. Interview na fe Kelvin Tackie papa. Nya wakwa no ni Kelvin Tackie papa Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie. Bra Eben. Nya wakwa ke mini jino ni Bra Eben ke. Ani Bra Eben. Ani ehiabuni. Ake Dr. Joe Blankson manchenilo. Mini jino ni Bra Eben ke. Let's go on. Over the Johnny Femo. Johnny Femo kiamoko ni lewe kiamoko. Yes. What number say if it good. Well, if 50, she made 18 pe like it. Get a little over 30 people. Alone male like it. Go find a bomber deni o like it show. Continue no young bomber no one be. It's very, very important. Let's go on. This is Bra Eben, Kelvin Tackie's dad. Noni ekene. Now, a fair interview ne ye Hot FM 93.9. Hot 93.9 FM. A fair ye afele Friday 26th January 2007. Friday 26th January 2007. Namofe neke interview ne adakabre frimpon manson. Menye kayo adakabre. Aka adakabre nyele adakabre, one of the finest radio personalities in Ghana. Ka osmo inke script ne inke transcript ne ba habo. No ka ha adakabre. No kwake ani ba kai le no kolo. Shout outs to you, Duke. Duke Miniano. Nyemi boy ojoba. You understand what I'm saying? Mini jinoni bra eben. Niji Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie. Niji Kelvin Tackie papa. Mini jinoni ke. Yeah, Joe Blankson ye. Let's go. Adakabre, that's the name. Good morning. Dr. Tackie. Niji Kelvin Tackie papa. Eleno. Good morning. How are you? I'm fine. We are seriously making preparation for the burial of the Gamanche. Ni Amugi Sose II. Host, we will speak a little English for the understanding of the ordinary gun. Minijinoni Bra Eben Ke. Bra Eben Ke. We are so solemnly concerned about the preparation for the final interment of our beloved Gamanche, Ni Amugi Sose II. We believe that between today and tomorrow, we will be able to lay his mortal remain to rest. And then we will have a memorial service so that all will come to a fruitful and one. So all will come to a fruitful end. Now be like adakabre kenche. Much money why you bluffo. Koni watu ebolo eni buo watu eni amenu. Ni wache bra eben niji Kelvin Tackie papa Dr. Tackie bra eben na kanjibo ni wachole. Wameni walileye Christo Jamomi ka safomie wafe wachole bra eben benyele bra eben na kanjibo ni wachole Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie bra eben na kan wachole ege amontone wambua waina ni wabakwe ni wache Gamanche ni ji Niamugi Sose ni ji enyo wakalawo eko papa wankwake between meneke wo wakaleba wo to papa eke agbene wake no fe no ebana agbe. Now bra eben in chano niji Kelvin Tackie papa ko no ninche bra eben me check Kelvin Tackie papa. One of the things we are asking the departed soul Niamugi is to send us a very worthy leader, somebody like himself or even more. Ekashi wa solemoji wan pa wa Niamugi faya ke ne ya ne ebomoden kome ha wo moko ni esa Manchester no tamo tomole. This is one of the three prayers we are asking of the departed soul. Energy no come ye ni bi eten ni won bi wache Niamugi akene ya na ebomodi akemo ni eba hawo ni wakabata sen no mo sasen no tamo tomole. Those who believe that a king is made while the late king has still not been buried are wrong. Ni bwatwe ni wache bra eben ni Kelvin Tackie papa etero na yuake meni here yuake biamini afunko Niamugi amebanya ameyano ni ameto manche na kangbeme amemale na kangbeme je na kaini na kangbeme je boni amechon je na kanjigbeji anoto je mi yu bra eben Kelvin Tackie papa Dr. Tackie legimone yu. Now let's go on. They should refer to the various research studies commissioned by the religion and medicine of the people. Colonial government in the 1930s and 40s by Margaret Field. One of the books is called Religion and Medicine of the People. The other one, The Social Organization of the People. Ekani many min kake afuwa manche. Dani atuwa manche conclue amekenle ame yana ma kweni bi ni blofo me ni ba ye wono amengma. Agbene we Margaret Field, MJ Field wo fe wole enma wo jin yenyo. Ekomi actually Religion and Medicine of the People. Ekomi we actually the Social Organization of the People. Neke wajie no ne enyo ne fe keji amekanie ameba nna na ameliake keji manchegboe atole afuole akale ya ejomo he dani awo manche conclu. Once again Jamie nke Kelvin Tackie papa legimo na ewu ye neke interview na emi. Now these are two main authorities. There is the History of the Gold Coast by C.C. Randolph, but that is not as authentic as these two, which is actually research activities or research work carried out And I think if this has been the tradition that a departing soul is asked to assist us to select a worthy leader. She watching Coco me we anangma eko me jino ni CC rain of ma she no ball ni bia ni yo me wanye why what woman chon because a bote ni ashishi ojogba she no ni MJ field en mane ni religion and medicine of the God people get a social organization of the God people no ele ejegba bote ni bia me research work eka hime ka yeme gbasane lelenche we na ne ka tehia mi twujia mi ka ni bi ne yakwakwa ni bi no lele jegbe te ni bi ami odogba no akaje le enmene le no le masumoni wo ketu ni mpo fe CC Randolph no ni no na fe le fa ke ya gama kusumi mi keje manche gbo be ja funle dan anya ato ese keje afun ko na ka manche ato ese. Let's go on. This talk about having selected a king in his place is fruitless. No one only you Dr. Eben you Dr. Eben Niama Tackie Kelvin Tackie papa no you ne no kaji me ko me ke ato manche konklo bia mini no mie wafun ko ni amugie na kan no le wo he abomi na kan no ebe kusumi na kan no jeni papani jemi tete jemi nko jemi bekeni mfi onu pa ni jemi bra Eben Dr. Kelvin Tackie le you all le you all bra Eben Kelvin Tackie papa Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie le you all Jamie le ke keji mokoka to le manche ni na kan bia mi afunko ni amugie na kan mo no na mefia musu bo ni na kan no ebe kusumi na kan no anya aketuni nya wo cha no mi na ekon bra Eben ke ni ji Kelvin Tackie papa mi na ekon we ye ne ke interview name again. The talk about having a selected king in his place is fruitless. We said this from the beginning, that those trying to install kings like Aite Canada and then Joe Blankson without waiting for Niamugi to be interred, they were not helping the Gun state. They were going against the tradition of the Gun people. Bra Eben, Niji Kelvin Tackie papa ke, no what you neke shishije ni what you ake me fe me ni amen yano ni amen kake amen wo Aite Canada manche alo Joe Blankson manche 1000 na ke me fa le ake no na me fe je kusumi ni no na me fe ebe kusumi no na me fe anya aketuni je mi we Kelvin Tackie papa le you one Kelvin Tackie papa ke Joe Blankson to na to le na kano ebe kusumi na kano anya aketuni na kano anya momi Jamie ni tete no wo kajo nye Kelvin Tackie se ni boba no ke mi supporter ni adamalache shi Joe Blankson ye jeme ni adamalache ba fale bo okay bra Eben bo ole kusumi fe bra Eben bo ole kusumi fe Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie le doctor le ojogba Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie what believe you le papa ele wolo mi ojogba ade nche le a PhD again fake a PhD legit ete school ele wolo ojogba ade nche le nke le PhD again fake a PhD University of California ni padi again University of California me fe na kan course ye me Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie le I mean, yeah, call na PhD, correct, legit. Le you are, Jamie, mean by PhD. Le you are, Jamie. Let's go on. Ebabie, fake account. My bet I a fake account. Ever be a fake account there, ever be a fake account. Let's go on. Now, let's go on. Now, Dr. Tackie, a Newsdesk report as reproduced in page 3 of today's graphic says the kingmakers of one of the royal houses of the Gas State, Ni Tetteh Kwei, has nominated Kelvin Tackie as its candidate to succeed the late Mantse Boni Ni Amoge II. In the 7th paragraph, it says 4 eligible persons from the same family stood for the selection, and in the end, Dr. E.A. Tackie eventually passed on the privilege to Kelvin Tackie. Before we proceed, can you confirm that you are the biological father of Kelvin Tackie? So, Dr. Ebenezer Nyama Tackie, abilesani. Okay, adakabreka inche. Many a graphic newspaper me. Kote page 3. Wanake Teko Chuluwe ni eji shiakome ni atuwa manche mi. Ameke ameyeme yedre ni shuku ame nominate le. Ame nominate me akaba ye manche. She nege me edwane. Ame womo kome mi ni nakamo achole Dr. E.A. Tackie. Ni le Dr. E.A. Tackie kake o dabi sumo ni ebaye manche no akeha ebile ani obanyo yano ni oke wake boji obile na achole Kelvin Tackie boji echelo ni keji nakanie ani eji anukwale akeshi oke oke manche oye no oke ha obile no obile yellow. And first of all, that right there is wrong. That right there is wrong. But that is exactly what happened. Onwani Kelvin Tackie we be ame you ake ni shwe papa na asaneye ne papa ke sumo ne wake a ebile mancheyelie unless bo kome pe afo keje bo kome pe afo no yenye me, they are equally eligible to the throne. Kelvin Tackie papa ke sumo, you go to the next brother. He cannot insist agaga mancheyelie aha ebile by force. He has brothers. So keji ame family no inteko tuluwe nation. Ake ame baye. La me family ni leke sumo. It is not mandatory. Ake le ebe wale ne ba pass on ke bi. The other brothers are eligible. Unless I'm a fake be pa komi age yes. Ka wanya mi ke sumo mi manyema yeshi mi unsumo mene unke sumo wan sumo ni wo fake be komi na akia wo bile. So I want you to know this. Maybe that is what happened, but I want you to know. Okay, keje komi afo no yenye me ke esho no onyo ka ko sumo no akia obi by force. Afele na kai. This is a learning platform, so call I want you to understand it. Now, Dr. Tackie, yes, I can confirm that. I am not only the biological father, but I'm also the son of B.A. Tackie, who has been the head of Tetteh Kwei family before, and who is also the son of Amankpa. Amankpa happened to be the first son of King Takitaya the first. So we have an unbroken line of male succession, which now I will say has reached my son. Kelvin Tackie papa yes. Papa pop peke Jimmy. Shimiu iche ni achole B.A. Tackie. At some point, legit Tetteh Kwei wekuicho. Ni iche B.A. Tackie. Papa ji amankpa ni amankpa legit King Takitaya ni ji kenkle ebinu. Ona so keji okowo woku emie ke ba le Tetteh Kwei mancheyeli wo woku emie aye kecho wonomi ahu kechela no. Let's go on. Let's go to the next speech. Yeah, I mean 1 second. We're not trip though. There is a hey, quote will be again. Hi, I'm Tetteh Brofonyo. Yeah, hey. Hi, Tetteh Brofonyo. Hey, I mean, you remember should be a quick, but when you got for that, the palace dogs are here. Yeah, they are here. The palace dogs. Yeah, about the ni watch Adakabre say be a quick host. Was Niamugi Sauce buried before Kelvin Tackie was nominated. Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie, Bra Eben, no ne. Again, the nomination process does not make you a king, as you should know. And all Kelvin is saying in the graphic, or we are saying in the graphic, is that Kelvin Tackie Abia Tackie. His real name is Tackie Abia Tackie. He is not like Dr. Joe Latte Sempe Blankson. That has nothing to do with the Tackie line and trying to call himself Tackie Tayua the third. Kelvin Tackie will be here. You see, you've exposed yourself for what exactly you are. You guys don't mean well for man. You want to talk about Joe Blankson? This is Kelvin Tackie's father speaking in favor of his son, telling you okay, Dr. Joe Blankson she Tackie Tayua the third. Achole Latte Sempe. But we come. The nomination process does not make you a king, as you should know. And all Kelvin is saying is that in the graphic, or we are saying in the graphic, is that Kelvin Tackie Abia Tackie. His real name is Tackie Abia Tackie. He is not like Dr. Joe Latte Sempe Blankson. That has nothing to do with the Tackie line and trying to call himself Tackie Tayua the third. You want to talk about Joe Blankson? Then you must be ready to have a problem with Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie. Be ready to have a problem with him. When you're not tribra, ma climax kanoko ni eba fite na kan Joe Blankson sane ni you ofin. No ba na kan ye you guys man jwalo ejinye. No ni ne duo ne ba pe kome nye fe nye ba pa e kome. Let's go on. Adakabre say bi sane. So Tackie Abia is from Abola. And Dr. Joe Blankson you are referring to on a ellipsis say Abia is a pseudonym which is attached to if your name is Tackie. Host there back home, Dr. Tackie will come back to you. We will be back with Dr. Tackie. Advert interruption. So be and I'll take a break. Ni afe advert. Let's go on. Host, thank you for having us back. Dr. Tackie, please call the name for us again. Ni Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie, ni Kelvin Tackie, Papa Bekum. Dr. Ni Tackie Abia Tackie. Abia is a synonym, appellation. The surname is Tackie. Host, have you ever had a gamanche with a foreign name like Kelvin? Can you tell us? So I'll be like, ani atwa manchako, nyena gamanchako. Ne ye blofok be na actually Kelvin lo. So now you know like Kelvin and are you Kelvin Tackie Sandy? Your so-called Manchele Sandy, are you a demo komoko you papa? Let's go on. Kelvin is a Christian name, more or less. But if he is accepted by the Jase, the picture there does not mean he has been installed Gamanche. That is the difference between what happened during Joe Blankson's time. Now, you know he has been nominated as a candidate for Tetteh Kwei. So, and I'll show you that graphic. These people get propaganda. PR. I cannot believe I can gamashini when you chelo one. I can social media, I can Facebook, but so you are expecting him to face other families. I will say yes and no. You see, in the case of Joe Blankson, the then head of family, Nia Cropon the third, the same Nia Cropon are US and here. So once again, so Nia Cropon are US and here. Nia Cropon ni Nia Makan US and here. Nia Cropon ni Dr. Ni Tetteh Kwei US and here. The same Nia Cropon no Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie. Leno eba ni US and here. Dr. Tackie eba US and here. You understand what I'm saying? The same Nia Cropon. The same ni akropon. Leno aba ache egbe ye bi. You see, abomusun afe ni fon afe no ne sa. You want to talk about Joe Blankson? I will kill that jandam today. I will dismantle them. And the people that really mean well for Gam, if they want to know the truth, they will go ahead. I believe they will go ahead and take it. Let's go on. Actually, I will say yes and no. You see, in the case of Joe Blankson, the then head of family, Ni Akropon III, actually selected his own people. his own council of elders and used that to select Joe Blankson. Dr. Ebenezer Tackie, ni leji Kelvin Tackie papa. Again now, Joe Blankson Nia Kropon ni no mie leji Tako Chulo Wekuichwe. Ledi enchane select me. Lelencha ne fe council of elders. Lelencha ni e uswe wale ne ke select Joe Blankson. That confirms no ni Dr. Tetteh Kwei we aka me jase ame lehe noko. Ni akropon lelencha ne lewe bi ne ke shame no. Ni amento manche. So na ke Dr. Tetteh Kwei male, ona ke ni amakan male, Kelvin Tackie papa e the same thing. You want to talk? You still want to talk about Joe Blankson? I have time for you. We will go on. He included Kelvin Tackie, Abia Tackie in it. Included Joe Tackie in it. But the whole thing, Joe Tackie and but the whole thing was tailored to favor Joe Blankson. In fact, they were even meeting to some extent in Joe Blankson's house. People who were going to elect him, they were meeting in his house, and he used his power to select Joe Blankson. I challenged him on it at the time and warned him that it would bring a lot of problem to Accra if he were not truthful, knowing that he was from the grandmother's side or female side. So Dr. Ebenezer Tackie, Niji Kelvin Tackie papa job near Cropone Buene Femo in Kele, Iwoleshi, in Kela Ganu de Fio, Ekanagba Baba, Ejake, Joe Blankson Tawone Tole, Be Pieka te Akpepue, Akpioya Joe Blankson, Shia Jena Akpioye, Ninkelake, Joe Blankson Yobini, wana nabini, shako, be yanomi, yo nabini, no ni yo nabini, be bepo, ne yo manche, gan, what your hiani, what your chamani. Kedi chema biye na abanya kake okay kenye biye abanya kefi. This case chema biye no ni chema biye le nefe yo biye anya wole na kala chu ni no min kenya akropon challenge le nkala mo fe mu ye akedu na efio e kana agba baba Kelvin Tackie papa you oje mi. Let's go on. Host. So that is what the Free Press tells today, that there may be tension as the key kingmaker appear dead. Now, there has been no tension. The family has gone ahead and removed him from office. And we have re-instructed Tetteh Kwei away from the way he was running it. And we are meeting in a very modern democratic way, meeting regularly. And out of that, we identify 11 gates that make Tetteh Kwei. And the heads of each of the 11 gates that make Tetteh Kwei met in an electoral college and nominated the people. So this is what Kelvin Tackie's father had to say about Joe Blankson. This is what Kelvin Tackie's father had to say about Joe Blankson. And you are here and you want to talk about Joe Blankson. Dr. Ebenezer Tackie. He get a PhD correct. Here California. Ni nakan school ni wa email ya me ameka me bed nakan program ame fe nakan program that expose is coming wa ba kwake laile nakan mo a PhD legit ni lo wakemba benye ga wa manche no blofo na yakọ school wa ba kwe that expose is coming wa ba kwake nakan mo a PhD na ka fit egbe ye nakan doctor na achole doctor papa lo school na ke na nakan doctor kejeje me program na ke na ya miem and na can discipline na can school I'm a few na can discipline lo wa ba kwe that expose is coming wa wale benye ga manche ya go school wa manche nyenye no doctor nyenye PhD na cho a PhD discipline na ye ke school na ke je we are bringing that expose wa ba kwe she Dr. Ebenezer Tackie le a PhD legit correct me. One of Ghana's finest architects. One of Ghana's finest architects. Let's go on. Kelvin Tackie papa, Bra Eben, Dr. Ebenezer Nyama Tackie. Ekewa biye in Kenya ke nyesha. Nutu mo min chonye boni afiole, nye kasi ani nye lia. Ekewa biye Dr. Ebenezer Tackie. Eba neba America. Neba yue akejo Blankson je mancheni. Ni tete mine ko so ya woke ba. Okay? Dr. Ebenezer Tackie. Eba America ton neba yue akejo Blankson je mancheni. Lide oba okay Dr. Ebenezer Tackie eba America ton neba yue akejo Blankson je mancheni. So ene affaire Ghana te balete aneji anukwale ake Dr. Ebenezer Nyama Tackie Bra Eben eba yue America ake Joe Blankson je mancheni lo ni that day. Here you go. Now, this is an article written by Voice of Africa, VOA. Ya America ne. Ameke Dr. Ebenezer Nyama Tackie fe interview. Ni nakangbile mo femo ni ebo VOA to ya America ne. Amenu Dr. Tackie egbe ne ejwe. Amekagma article ne anima kande mahabu. Anima kande mahabu. VOA, Voice of Africa. Nano. Ya America ne. Anima kande mahabu. Oh, na ebie. Once again, just go online, look it up. You will find it. It's so easy. October 31st, 2009. Once again, no me ni adamalache ebesin me ebemi. This is Kelvin Tackie. Le you onye buatwe. E papa you. Interview na grant no akangma article ne. Again in Ghana, the Ministry of Chieftaincy and Culture is urging the chiefs and elders of the traditional area to maintain peace despite the current dispute between members of the royal families. Observers say the problem arose after the installation of a new king of Gamanche, without wide consultations among the four royal houses. Opponents of the new king say the kingmakers failed to follow regulations. Ni Nyama Tackie is a principal elder. That is Nyama Tackie, Dr. Ebenezer Nyama Tackie. Le you be Kelvin Tackie, papa. Le you give me. Nyama Tackie is a principal elder of the Tetteh Kwei royal house and the great grandson of the famous King Tackie the First. So that's Kelvin Tackie's dad. Le you from Accra, he spoke with Voice of America English to Africa reporter Tetteh Kwei about the current impasse. So he was called and he spoke. People that were listening to VOA that day, they all heard Dr. Ebenezer Nyama Tackie, Kelvin Tackie's dad, saying that Joe Blankson J Mancheni. Let's go on. Again, normally, we will have hailed the new Gamanche or the king of the Gun state. No, we would have hailed the new Gamanche if the king of the Gun state had all the rules published by traditions been followed. But in this particular case, the rules were not followed. The system of succession and inheritance is based largely on a patrilineal form and naming systems, which has been structured over 500 years. But throughout our history, people have sought to undermine the system. Dr. Joe Blankson, purported to have been installed as Gamanche, hails from the matrilineal side. And so he scored latte sempe. Gaming ke. Kelvin Tackie papa. Eba America ton Eba America ton you ni na kan gbele me ni me Voice of Africa to ya America na me fo me nu Kelvin Tackie papa gbe. Eke Dr. Joe Blankson eje hia no mi. Eje yo no mi. Ni hia bi no e be na yo manche no la chole mi na chole la te sempe. Ejake je te ko chuluwe do e be te ko chulugbe. Nya wa boti ami. Joe Blankson had not gone through the process even laid down. Dr. Ebenezer Tackie, Joe Blankson, nye shovel down everybody's throat there. Dr. Kelvin Tackie, Dr. Kelvin Tackie and wake Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie, did Kelvin Tackie papa? Eke Joe Blankson le Bejiano to na ke fonshi. Aloni ake fonshi over 500 years. Na ke to manche le Joe Blankson e cho na kan Bejiano. Let's go on. Apart from being eligible, he had not gone through the process, and yet they are claiming him as the new Gamanche. Bra Eben, did Kelvin Tackie papa ke? Apart from ke oje sani eponi yo mi akele je numbini ye ami no na je ye ami enye ye manche bejiano to na kefonshi ni aketo manche e cho na kan bejiano to emi ene fe se le Joe Blankson e che manche je minke now watch out. Niama Tackie explained how kings are chosen. First of all, at the time of the installation of the previous Gamanche, the mantle which he wore would be handed over to the next house. And that next house is the house that would have the right to nominate and recommend the next candidate after the demise of the previous one. And therefore, it is the prerogative of the family to sound all the male members. In other words, those who have patrilineal descendants from the throne to express their interest. In fact, we have the most democratic institutions in Africa. So these would be discussed openly. And then there would be a short listing. These recommendations will go to the Gajase from the 4 royal houses, who meet under the chairmanship of the principal father of Jase, who would then scrutinize the nominated or recommended candidate. If they find him satisfactory, then they will begin the process of confining him and teaching him all the rudiments of kingship and the rules of kingship for 2 to 3 weeks. So all that is going on now, I will say, is rubbish. It's null and void. Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie, Bra Eben, Niji Kelvin Tackie papa, eke everything Joe Blankson, he will call it rubbish. Eke everything, eke everything about Joe Blankson, rubbish. Everything about Joe Blankson, eke rubbish. Jamie K. Ivory stool, Gajaku, Blema Beseman Jadu, and the likes. Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie, Kelvin Tackie papa, aka everything in you about Joe Blankson is rubbish. It is null and void. You need Tetteh. So, you challenge Kelvin Tackie papa. Can you boo more Kelvin Tackie papa you boo le. You manche ni yes e papa you boo e papa. E papa ke everything about Joe Blankson is rubbish. It is null and void. You boo e papa. Can you boo Kelvin Tackie e papa you boo le. Hey. You fake big boy yasane eh. Ya wachano ngbenanta. Niama Tackie said peace and tranquility can be achieved. The best way forward is for Joe Blankson The best way forward is for Joe Blankson, who is supposed to be a very learned colleague, he studied law and economics, to come forward and apologize to the Ghana people and withdraw from this illegal and unlawful pursuit of his ambition. Jamie K. Kelvin Tackie Papa, Dr. Ebenezer Tackie, Bra Eben. The best thing ni eke twenjole baba shikon is for Joe Blankson. Ne te school, ne kaseni, ne kasemla ke economics. Eba ne bakpa gama fai. Ne bakpa gama fai. Koni no ni efe ne jese ne yemi. Niama Tackie said peace and tranquility can be achieved. The best way forward is for Dr. Joe Blankson, who is supposed to be a very learned colleague. He studied law and economics, to come forward and apologize to the Ghana people and withdraw from the illegal and unlawful pursuit of his ambition. Nano, Keo Sumo, Voice of Africa. Nano, email him on article ne no biake ani article ne legit no alone ni tete eyako keje eko. Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie, Kelvin Tackie Papa, everything about Joe Blankson is rubbish. Every stool, Dr. Joe Blankson, everything about him is rubbish. I didn't say it. Bra Eben niwe. Ole moniji Bra Eben. Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie, Kelvin Tackie Papa. Blame Magbese Manchaniadu. Everything about Joe Blankson is rubbish. Ole Monique, ye ni tete. Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie. Leji Kelvin Tackie Papa. Leke. What is the other guy's name? What is the other guy's name? Gajaku. Everything about Joe Blankson is rubbish. Jamie K. Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie. Everything about Joe Blankson is rubbish. You see, you lots. Continue. Make this a game. Continue and make this a game. Iris 2, the video you posted, Dr. Ebenezer Niama Tackie, again Kebwake, that video is rubbish. Bring another one. Bring another video. Bring another document. I'm waiting. Shout out to you, Mamily. So, everything is rubbish. I didn't say it. Kelvin Tackie Papa, everything about Joe Blankson is rubbish. You can see. Let me read it again. Again, Niama Tackie said, peace and tranquility can be achieved. The best way forward is for Joe Blankson, who is supposed to be a very learned colleague. He studied law and economics, to come forward and apologize to the Ghana people and withdraw from this illegal and unlawful pursuit of his ambition. Let me go the paragraph before. Then they will begin the process of confirming him and teaching him all the rudiments of kinship and the rules of kinship for 2 to 3 weeks. So all that is going on now, I will say, is rubbish. It's null and void. Everything, every stool, everything about Joe Blankson, about post out there, Kelvin Tackie Papa can care, it is rubbish. He is speaking from the grave. It is null and void. He is no longer with us. But these are his words. These words are his, not mine. Blame Magbese Manchadu. Kelvin Tackie's dad said I should tell you that everything about Joe Blankson is rubbish. It is null and void. Gajaku, Dr. Ebenezer Tackie, Kelvin Tackie's dad, said I should tell you that everything you say about Joe Blankson is rubbish. It is null and void. Okay? You guys can look, if you want to, you guys can actually make a legitimate case for yourselves. Ona, she nyesha. So you don't know how to do it. And you try to muddy the waters. And somebody like me will not let you. Because Gan is bigger than Wofe. Gan is bigger than Nianda Malache. Gan is bigger than Kelvin Tackie. Gan is bigger than Joe Blankson. Gan is bigger than me. It's bigger than Mofemo. Johnny Femo Army. Let's go on. Let's go on. Now, Onuni Dr. Tackie, yeah, adakabre chi adikoko be. Onuni adakabre chi adikoko be. Let's go on. Let me show you that article. Onunechi Daily Graphic ko article ko be. This is the article. Succession to the Gastool. Confusion rages. Another candidate nominated on eve of Takitayua's coronation. Let's go. So far, I'm gonna go near Jamie. Let's go on. Anima candidate article name. Now, both way. This is all that I so got. This daily graphic update Friday 13th, 2007. Friday, April 13th, 2007. Another candidate nominated on eve of Takitayua's coronation. They get a controversy and confusion associated with who should assume the Gastool pinned yesterday with the nomination of yet another Gamanche. 2 days to the coronation of Tetteh III as the Gamanche, the groups which claim the right to nominate a new chief emerged to either support or oppose it. At a ceremony in Accra, Dabola Piamiwi, one of the 4 stool houses of the Gun State, nominated Ni Taki Obli II, known in private life as Henry Ni Ayite, a 57-year-old publisher, to be the next Gamanche. This is against the backdrop of the planned coronation of the Gamanche Palace tomorrow. A coronati Gamanche. Yeah, Gamanche Palace. That's not how it works. So once again, ona musubo ni Kelvin Tackie papa ke no na fe Joe Blankson fe. It is rubbish. This is why Kelvin Tackie papa everything about Joe Blankson rubbish. Let's go on. Nominated and installed as the Gamanche. The confusion the second and Ni Tetteh Kwei the second. While Ni Otogan and his group vowed to use all the power at their disposal to prevent the purported coronation of King Tetteh, Ni Tetteh Kwei, on the other hand, has assured the president of the Ghanaians that the proposed coronation of the new chief will come off as scheduled and that it will be peaceful. Ni Kwei cautioned all those in trouble in the Gun State. No me ana Ni Tetteh Kwei say neighbor fair press conference ni afe interview ni eke ni moko na chole Joe Blankson ni akelangadi ke police foi ke tabilo eba na ke ntomanche ni no na pio tomoboni ntwe habwe na yue na kata na kwese ya fe no na ba fe se ile ne ya fe shagele na yue mo na egbe na ba yue ne ni tete. Ni Kwei cautioned that those attempting to foment true trouble in the Gun State to stop inflaming passions because they are wasting their time. The Judge, who said this at a press conference organized in Accra to render his support to the new chief of the Gun State, therefore implored all Gans to unite behind the new chief so that he could help to develop the Gun state. Kwei said currently there were a lot of good policies being introduced by the president on chieftaincy issues, adding that instead of fighting against one another, we should join hands to ensure the development of the nation. He also urged the Gun people to preach peace and also pray for the peace of the Gun state by supporting the coronation of King Tackie. Neo Toga, for his part, said the purported coronation is alien to Gun custom and usage, since the customary rites for a Gamanche by Gun customs are performed only at Amugina. Once again, you understand why Kelvin Tackie's dad called everything about Joe Blankson's installation rubbish. I told Gamanche traditional council. Let's go on. Adding that this is another attempt to legitimize the wrong process. This is another attempt to legitimize the wrong process. That the traditional council has no money in Gun custom to pick and choose for induction into the council as a member, other than the candidate presented by the Gajase. Now, let's go to the page 3. Let's go to the page 3. Ni ayue here. Ni wakwe no ni yojeme. This is the page 3. Yeah. Oh. Plotobi. Ojovwe. Oh. Running away. Nobody time. Oh, running away. Nobody time. Nido. What again? Class cap ya geshibu. Running away. Nobody time. Nyaye. Now, on the page 3, there is a portion. Ni minta ni makande. Ni obona can portion it. But obli babo bi eto. Boy before I babo bi eto. Babo bi eto. Bi amini try interview abu bonu Joe Benny a guy like this 2 secretary. What did Joe Benny? What did he say about Joe Blankson at the time? Joe Benny. Nyesha. Nyesha. But obli ka. I'm a Joe Benny. Bononi Joe Benny to Bononi Joe Benny you. But obli ka bo Joe Benny to Bole Joe Benny. Ole Joe Benny. Babo doni Joe Benny you. Nyebu Joe Benny to Nyebu Joe Benny to Look. Inke, look. But I can't phone you that. But no fair on in your back jail. Inka no quality. I'm not in your back put out there. I'll tell you what the truth is. Get job any you are done. So bear by you. Inka get job Blankson. Get job any you are done. Ni yanko se bear by care. Whether job Blankson Gamancheni, alo je Gamancheni. Nika jo ket ni yanko se yue ata nyele moni be ba yue. Mani Kelvin Tackie aba ne ba yue. Kelvin Tackie denche ba aba ne be ba kebo. Potobli nyegbe sanye pepe. Ona, you actually have a perfect name for you lots. Potobli nyeba. Babo tuwe. Kak benona ni Kelvin Tackie di enche ba gbeda. Lele enche ba yu ake Joe Blankson je Gamancheni. So stay there. I'm building the case. Now Joe Benny Minute you don't need job any care. Ene te watch all the poe. Kwe nyeka ya mi. Te watch all the school te. Brother, what is this sign called? Any pen and I get for now. Come on. A statement signed by Joe Benny, the deputy Justice secretary, and reiterated that the installation of Kentucky Tire in accordance with customary practices and usage and was therefore null and void. Joe Benny, Kelvin Tackie, a Jasi NFA, he is still the secretary. That is him speaking. This is Joe Benny speaking. 2017. April 13, 2017. Now, article. This is Joe Benny. Joe Benny is still Kelvin Tackie's a Jasi NFA. This is what he said about Joe Blankson. A statement signed by him, the deputy Justice secretary, and issued in Accra, reiterated that the installation of Kentucky Tire was not in accordance with customary practices and usages and was therefore null and void. It named the heads of the 4 royal houses of the Royal Stu Jase as Nia Jaman II, the head of Taki Komiwe, Ni Yaya Ade, the head of Ni Teko Abonua, the 4th, the head of Teko Chuluwi, Ni Aya Kwe, Ni Aya Kwe Benyenwe, Yanaka Odiani Trabu Emihu. Ni Aya Kwe, the head of the Amugiwe, while squadron leader George Tego, retired, was designated the Jase spokesperson. That's it. Last January, Nitako Chuluwe nominated Kelvin Tackie as its candidate to succeed the late Boni Ni Amugi as Gamanche. There you have it. This is Joe Benny. That's it. Blotobi Nano. This is Joe Benny. Joe Benny, Kelvin Tackie, Jase, Legis secretary. Now, saying Nake, Dr. Joe Blankson, everything about him is useless. There you have it. There you have it. No. Now, here Kelvin Tackie, Papa, make say, I Joe Blankson, Kelvin Tackie, a Jase NFA secretary, Joe Benny. The next person, never make it say, is Yankosi. Ni Yankosi, Mlenche, Inyemi, in big brother, Ni Yankosi. Lebeba make it case. Blankson, Jega Manchenier. Now I want you to pay attention. Eke Sani, Eke Logo, Benye Leboni Joe, Ni Yankosi, yo, Eke Bole, Ne. But the point he was making is that Joe Blankson, Jega Mancheni. Interview. So let me bring it so that you guys would see it. Yeah, you lots are super. Nyani wakwa yankosi ni kake Joe Blankson ye je mancheni. Gang bena bona. Eke wani Kelvin Tackie di enche yue. Le enche ba yue ake Joe Blankson ye je mancheni. Kelvin Tackie di enche ba yue je mi. O fine bomode ni o jani fe mo kiamoko ni lewe kiamoko ye shibamli. O fine ke o subscribe kwe bomode ko ni o subscribe eham yonu ye shibami. Bomode ni o subscribe. Bomade no subscribe on me. Yeah, shibami. Subscribe mo ami. Emma Puli ni yanko se video ekaba oni wokwe. I'm gonna play from now. Pay attention to what I'm gonna play. Like Obana Gaga, you mo boleshi. Ike boleshi, sheke boake, yanko seke boake, Joe Blankson, J Mancheni. Ubanage yanko seke boake, Joe Blankson, J Mancheni. Okay, no thanks. Okay. Over Johnny Femo am ye Johnny Femo. Now, you all remember this interview? Washipe. Now wabua yanko se to ebi amini bile Dr. Joe Blankson Sunday.
Channel niji ekeno. 2011 now wo Adama Lache Africa kushwa collection me be no am I say eke beni ni abugi yo no me sane ye si ame ne je egbena egbo na sa wo mo ko ani eke Adama Lache eye manche si ani Joe Blankson eyo manchalo ke Adama Lache ye manche and the Joe Blankson e yo manchalo ni no ni channel ni ji eje no eke awo tekotulu ke de 2014
right
ni na wo 2014 midi police dey ewie hu eke NDCB ya fe na wo ni Adama Lache ani ni tekotulu 2017 November mi ni police fue ba jeme ke soja fue ni ba jeme ko se fori me na me ba jeme ni amafe na kamanya ni bi efe no mie na mo your power
ishe
MVP
over yeah
ani ona ewio last question
over try it rapidly koni cause other people know yeah
ewio mo mi fe ni ewio fe ya se fe ni ha fe because no de ba we bia no so no na ewu ni bi e we wole fe
that's right
ni bi na ete no ga ma me fe wole fe
over na na jebo na over ni yango so over na twale bambam kage what bo mu ko so fe mo le over ni
le yemo mi in the first place point eji ike ake Tetteh Kwei to 2014 shake by 2014 seated vacant.
Right.
2015 regions Ewale Eya.
Right.
Kemba 2017 now. The ball neke nitu mone keje this time. Over the bomb to ne tapache election ni echaki dani MPP ba. Now, the government to Mantse how in the first place.
Right.
The government no when you can aketoki kaki dego to. Government ebanina Mantse tafrache gbenya to the nomi Ajiri Blankson ni actueta. Je le gigaja apeti.
Right.
Ni ebaka aketi she Beli kintakita you are the third yo mi amekel amele ye misunderstand you mu.
Right.
No ame matter je loji second point about MPP. No. But Tuji, over the few, you are the third. Can get Uncle and Adama Lache, near Adama Lache. And found me, you.
Oh, Dabi, not. Mr. Lamte, over there, and can build the case, J live ni. Dabi, old interview, can build the case, any me fame, oh no.
Dr. Joe Blankson, you are the third me, indirect cousin.
Okay.
You have me. Kintakita you are beer, you yes, OB.
Okay, Ishe.
Kintakita go to room. Kintakita go to papa, Keleke. Dr. Joe Blankson, we are cousins.
Okay.
Okay. No more right now, Lendi Adama Lache issue. A matter in court.
So Katai. I'm a Bibo Sunny. I'm a Bibo Sunny. Katai. Because it's in court. No subjudice. Ni Takita you ani jiete. Ingme ye manche. She a edre mi. She a edre na to manche ye mi.
Ofane one thing the judge has said to le. Senche kedia kupon abetole. Noni babaji.
Ni yanko sege Joe Blankson mini nyenuje ege mini ege nyenta oh dabi nyenta Potobi onu noni you guys want to bring about Joe Blankson papa legbo nyeba ne joy nyana gblegbe mi ni yanko sege Joe Blankson mini nyenuje iya se ko iya se misa mi mbọ na ebien sɛ nnwom no yɛ da wɔbɔ no ebien nyane nke yɛ asɛ bibio kodi wagwe no go ayayayaya let's see
Kintakita you abi aye mu je se obi.
Okay, ishe.
Kintakita ko tulu me. Kintakita ko tulu papa kemi keleke. Dr. Joe Blankson, we are cousins.
Okay. Okay.
No, but right now, Lenny Adamalache issue a matter in court.
So Katai. I'm a Bibo Sunday. Katai because it's in court. No sub judice. Ni Takita you anijiete. Ingme ye mancheye. She a edre me. She a edre na to mancheye me. Yeah.
One thing the judge has said to le. Senche.
You find it. Ni yanko sege Dr. Joe Blankson mini. You go watch chat session. Me tama face wage. Nyenu no ne yue. Thank you. Class captain over there yo. Mini Joe Blankson ke. Mini ni yanko se yue. I want to make sure you guys got it. Somebody put in the chat section for me. What did ni yanko se say about Joe Blankson? Y'all more folks won't let this man sleep. As a matter of fact, let me play it again for a third time. Bona, oh, class captain, I want you guys to hear it. I don't want it to be like a Jamin or need to monke Sunday would ni and say that. Let me play it again. Class captain HN government name. Class captain HN government name. Okay, so let's go back. I don't want to South Africa. Let's go back.
Issue a matter in court.
So Katai. I'm a Bibo Sunday. Katai because it's in court. No sub judice. Ni Takita you anijiete. Ingme ye mancheye. She a edre me. She a edre na to mancheye me. Yeah.
One thing the judge has said to le. Senche kedia kupon abetole. Noni babaji.
Nyevare benye nueko. Oh, shata over ne bonu. Class captain le ball. Class captain e fe agenda. Allo shata bo fe agenda go. Mita neutral person akemi. Yanko sege Joe Blankson mini. Dabi producer dabi bu obemi. Yanko sege Joe Blankson jeja secheni tole. Ani mogonye yo manche ni jase che tole. There you go. Class captain. Ege jase che ni tole. Si senche eni agropon. So Yankose ledi enche ebu Dr. Joe Blankson ake manche. Let me continue the audio. Nega fe to monke sanin way na. Listen to my exchange after ni Eyamine can answer with him. Let's go on. here I me because it's like coffee and I can convenient thing for your case, and that is not fair. Am I be an no okay work o cousin.
This is how much I used to pay for home insurance, but not anymore. I use Solvable to lower my rate, and now I only.
Jikin takite jikin takita you nijiete. No king takita you ye manche. Jebo tako churu be a p many me yon nachi incha me eke eye manche. You want to hear that part again? Ni uncle again, Dr. Joe Blankson here. Eye manche. Let me take it back. No so nuwe kong. Okay, you are playing with the wrong guy. Let me go back. That's right.
The first place point it can to 2014. She can by 2014 seat vacant.
Right.
2015 reason was
right.
Came by 2017 now the ball nike nitumone keje this time of our to ne tapache election ni echaki than MPP ba. Now the government to Mantse how in the first place.
Right.
No, the government when you can aketoki taki degotu. Government ebanina Mantse tafrache gbanyano to the nomi ajiri Blankson ni actueta. Je le gigaja apeti.
Right.
Ni ibaka aketi she beli kintakita you are the third yo me amekel amele ye misunderstand you.
Right.
No ame matter je no ji second point about MPP. No. But two of other few you are the third. Can get Kochulu and Adamalache. Adamalache. And found me, you Dr. Joe Blankson Takita, you are the third me, indirect cousin.
Okay.
Me. Kintakita you are beer, you yes, OB.
Okay.
Kentucky Taco Kentucky Taco to Papa Kemi Keleke Dr. Joe Blankson, we are cousins.
Okay.
Okay. No more right now. Lendi Adamalache issue a matter in court.
So Katai. I'm a Bibo Sani. Katai because it's in court. No sub judice. Ni Takita you anijiete. Ingme ye manche. She a edre me. She a edre na to manche ye me. Yeah.
One thing the judge has said to le. Senche kebia coupon abetole. Noni babaji.
Nachi. Here I will me because it's like coffee and I can convenient thing for your case, and that is not fair. Am I be an no okay work o cousin. Jikin takite jikin takita you nijiete. No king takita you ye manche. Jebo tako churu be a p many me yon nachi incha me anima you matter. Eke eye manche. Ni uncle say eke Joe Blankson. Eye manche. Let's go on. Well, listen to the interaction. Tende mi fenye kaniola womi. Eye manche. Nini adama la cheba jele egeme. Na kanji accusation in your faction me fenye fio. Every single one of you. Fine, bo be me. She taflache imona ni. Jebo yenu sani eni mbile. Neke ye manche. Nye teko chulu we be a fair allegation in your field down a jiake. Ni Joe Blankson ye manche. Ni adamala cheba fale. Ni Joe Blankson ye manche ni adamala cheba fale. Ekele yankosi ele bemi. That's what he said. Ekele find me bemi. So le yankosi ekebwake Joe Blankson je mancheni. You heard him say that. He said those words. Ake Joe Blankson je mancheni. Anima ya say compipio, please. Ofane esho 1 hour now baje World Cup and I will be done. The second part of the video is I will deal with Nisempe issue, but I'm not going to touch it, because I want to finish it. Konima about time. No, you World Cup. So I think I have 2 more documents, and then we're going to end the show. So anima ya say bibio no bullet to eko bullet to. Yes, shot ni sumo anu kwali. Man jalo ni fitelo.
Je government no when you can aketoki kaki degotu. Government ebanina manche ta frache gbenya to ni lomi ajiri Blankson ni actueta. Je le gigaja apeti.
Right.
Ni ebaka aketi pacho. Beli kintakita you are the third yo me amekel amele ye misunderstand you
right
no ame matter jnoji second point about MPP no but tuji of other few kintakita you are the third kintakita kochu and adamalache ni adamalache me found me ni you Dr. Joe Blankson ni Kintakita you are telling me indirect cousin.
Okay.
Ejamele pa me, ejamele me. Kintakita you are be you yes obi.
Okay.
Kintakita ko chulu me. Kintakita ko chulu papa kemi keleke. Dr. Joe Blankson we are cousins.
Okay.
Ejaman pa me.
Okay.
No, now right now, Lendi Adamalache issue a matter in court.
So Katai. I'm a Bibo Sunday. Katai because it's in court. No sub judice. Ni Takita you ani jiete. Ingme ye manche. She a edre me. She a edre na to manche ye me. Ye.
One thing the judge has said to le. Senche kebia kupon abetole. Noni babaji.
Nachi. Here I warn me because it's like coffee and I convenient thing for your case, and that is not fair. Am I be aneno okay wake o cousin. Jikin takite jikin takita you are nijiete. No king takita you are ye manche. Yebo tako churu be a p many me yon nachi incha me anima you mata kene mi fe nye kaniola wo mi ye manche ni adama la cheba jele ejeme na kanji accusation ni faction me fe nye fio every single one of you fine bo be me she taflache imonadi jebo peji teko chulu we there are other people woku emi no ni bo je teko chulu emi taflache imonadi jebo po fi ona kan woku there are other people ni ame you awo mi ake takita you anije ten eye mancha ya me no mi so keji takita you anije ten o mi ye te fi o ten na sa ko chulu ni je enyo ye the same you okay nye te fe cousins nye cousins say no nye sanye ba you come from the same house
Eshe ni tete
yeah
ni tete simple ya minister by 2008 akemo atashi ne chu gamanche ni chu kashi beni about bisani na
so ni trunk atole manche because I get 2008 atashi. So onyo kage ye bo wolo mi e manche. You see how in this interview Yankose was trying so hard to distance himself from the UMO ake ni kintakita ya de te tajameni ni adamalache. You see the way ne struggle ne tani mufemu anaeli ake yele susu momie Joe Blankson je mancheni. You see, and Mimo it's like Mimo me make a case ake Joe because and I was making that case ake Joe Blankson mancheni because Joe Blankson ye manche but Kelvin Tackie ye manche from the same teko to the way. And because Eliake na can add the ba feel ke admit ake Joe Blankson ye manche teko to the way but Kelvin Tackie ye from the same teko to the way. You see, you on a games now a player. You see? So nekene go about what you e have to magbene mi mommy you had Joe Blankson. Ni le mo ke ye manche ke Joe Blankson ye manche. Igebu ogbe sabo ekwe ploto bi be perfect be oko ploto bi ogbe sabo rough. Mogo back on platform eno ne a actor exactly the way ni egbe yo. This is the first time I've actually gotten a person acting exactly Bonnie egbe yo. Well, indeed, ploto bi jibo. There you have it. That's Yankosi. That's it. That's Yankosi. Now, on the Aqua World Cup, I said I have another video. I think we have time. We can end this derby. I want to bring the whistle on. Let me show you one more thing. So far, it's trouble. Kelvin Tackie. In trouble. A papa. In trouble. Joe Benny. In trouble. Dr. Tetteh Kwei. In trouble. Like I've shown you everything. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I want them. Every stool. Igebuana. Lumojibo yekpong. Ona. Ni. Oba. Ni ofe no ofio yegamashi. Bo. In picture about not today. You think you are messing with the wrong person. Iris too, both way. Bo in picture about chon. Oh no no fear. Be she. Ne sani mani game fe na bo. The person that you are. Blame magbese mancha adu ale here. Onabo, you cannot hide behind that account again. Bona, maba ni ko picture be ba chon. Bona, ni mo femo ba na ge lumono you ekpo I don't think I get oye kanu kwale. Yeah. Esani po me akwebo ojogba ade nche ngabo je po esana me kwebo ojogba ade nche because kejo ba nyo drama no male neke bo every call ba nyo drama no male neke bo nko picture be ba me pe no pano ni mani mo femo ayobo man jalojibo bo obanyo drakpon bo no yo jo banyo hon pon fe bo man jalojibo bo iris too bo. Now let's go on to top it off. Mo fe mo ewe namu e ba neba yue ake Joe Blankson ye gamancheni Kelvin Tackie le e ba neba yue te fe te Kelvin Tackie yu ake Joe Blankson ye mancheni. Show a truncate show it. Truncate show it, but it's all good. Nyekwa Kelvin Tackie. Do do dum. Do 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 dum dum. Now Kelvin Tackie. Kelvin Tackie ke Joe Blankson ye je mancheni. Iris too. Onage obedwemo. Lojibo, she lumoni oyi e kashi. lumoni amalelobo lumoni manjwalojibo oyin kanshi ni olu ni oshu oyin ashi ni mani mo fe mo ayobo mi awu mani mo fe mo ayobo na triple o mani pombi fe bo idomi mi unje idomi nje pon mara beta ona nege ona eba shwe wanyi ashi ke wo chema anyi ashi mara beta ona eba shwe ona mara beta eba shwe wanyi ashi ke wo chema anyi ashi bona mana yobo mani pome fe ananoni bo ake bo you are a bad person man dwalojibo gbomo gbonyojibo ofiti oni gbeke fio blanu fio jibo man dwalojibo ofiti oni bo obanami nano na Kelvin Tackie a gazette na Kelvin Tackie gazette ato Joe Blankson Danny ato Kelvin Tackie no ewo keji Joe Blankson eye manche wabana Kelvin Tackie gazette mi gazette fe gazette ye keji afe habwe abangma ye mi moni ye manche Danny boba egbe a private name ke sengbe bemi na tole ke bemi ni egbo thank you producer I will do so bemi ni atole bemi ne egbo ke bon be na tobo ke osengbe so ke Joe Blankson Kelvin Tackie a recognize like Joe Blankson e ye manche e gazette ba chon gazette fe gazette na gen yo manche manche monegbo alo akpale alo eke ye don Danny ato manche konklowe agma egbe ke no fe no ye no a private name ke sengbe e ka chon date se fe Danny bomoni atobue ni afe o gazette e ke bon akogbe ebado e ke kemo kokwe na ka omene a predecessor ni Kelvin Tackie a gazette ni na Kelvin Tackie gazette producer I think I get enekepe obanye wayale ken gbelele ko eba dafini but I hope it's clear everybody can see can me read inokwe nano Kelvin Tackie nano a gazette ne National House of Chiefs Kumasi extract from the National Register of Chiefs Greater Accra Region date approved by NH National House of Chiefs 30th September 2021 30th September 2021 serial number 996 title of office Ga Paramount Chief Ga now town/village Accra stool name of chief Ni Amugi II private name of chief Simon Yate nature of change death date of change 10th December 2004 no the same day na enter in it number 997 title of office Gamanche traditional area Gan town/village Accra stool name of chief King Taki Tekochulu II private name of chief Dr. Kelvin Abia Tackie nature of change death date of change 20th October 2017 so atojo Blankson biami nini amugiegbo shiafukule keji Kelvin Tackie a recognizer na enu shishi na ehi awomi ake Joe Blankson manchenie be Joe Blankson atole after nini amugiegbo miro Joe Blankson egbe Kelvin Tackie a gazette no so Ivy Stew oto kemiake Kelvin Tackie gazette amaleni. Kelvin Tackie Gazette fake ni. Kelvin Tackie Gazette amaleni. Kelvin Tackie Gazette fake ni. Iris too. Because Kelvin Tackie recognize Joe Blankson ake Mantse tumobani nye you ani Joe Blankson again ni ni adamala che bakpale Joe Blankson basani egba in Gazette no ake ni agwole na egbo na ba to Kelvin Tackie. Me no Kelvin Tackie wi ake a predecessor Jimmy Amugi. Iris too. So on no ni Kelvin Tackie. Everything about Joe Blankson is rubbish. I told you guys. And kwali eko me pay. Beno fake beno ninye ba chon. Ninye ba male. And kwali ba boli. And kwali ba boli. There you have Kelvin Tackie. Eke Joe Blankson German Jenny. That's his gazette. Right there. So Kelvin Tackie papa can care about everything about Joe Blankson is rubbish. Joe Benny, KJ Mancheni is null and void. Dr. Tetteh Kwei, KJ Mancheni, she told Ojuba. These are all people. Now me a Kelvin Tackie camp. Ni Ankose, KJ Mancheni. KJ Mancheni. Thank you, man, Rosemond. Thank you so much, man, Rosemond. KJ Mancheni. On a blow ninyebo. Menyana a blow kamale ninyamalio. And I'm going to leave Kelvin Tackie's so-called gazette on the screen. Show me why Joe Blankson you are because niya mugiegbo. Then you told Joe Blankson. So show me. Show me. So you are telling me I can Kelvin Tackie gazette fake. Because I can write information with me. Iris too. That is what you are saying. You are telling me I can okay, and all of you lots, the minions of Kelvin Tackie. You are Joe Blankson. Right now, Kelvin Tackie provide the wrong information. Nagafe gazette emale a gazette amaleni because it's an issue Joe Blankson be ahino ake gamanche. So many nyefe nyenke gamefa ake Kelvin Tackie gazette amale gazette ni. Esa na ake chuoni. I'm going to leave it there. There you have it. Joe Blankson you got another angle of I have more in stock for Joe Blankson. This is part 1. You got another one. You get everything in your because I'm male son your malio. Abaje, over to you.
Yeah, do I don't care. You know how dark that and control the way guy. Jimmy can you mean by your friend doing by it. I'm not chumping on Beneno Ninke, but Manika Jet Ninga born in Itaki Adamach and you know. In Pamimbo do Mani. Lately, Nagashi, so cover all bases. Ona, Nuchumu ona, no need dormy, no chumu no AG. Can you on quality a gun, you gun corner. Then a wakra. I provide no fair no near here. Ni gun, Tetteh Kwei. It's right before us. Watching in Jew, video in Jew, audio Jew. Fair she's still there. Gamenke, no, you have no. Ewo mi na la gashi tafla che wo game utumpo fuejiwo. A black to bemejiwo. amali lo ejiwo no fe no wa we fe no wa no kwa wa na e apply to game ya gashi kaje na kan ni mini he woni ka 1 + 1 2 ni na chon na fi o ma se no kaje na kan ni no ni do mi fefe eji won na ke gan ya sese won na ke gan shule ni wo fe wo ya ka nu kwale wi mo jino ni ba pon wo ke wo he wo mi wo mini ko ehwe ni game ba na da na mi hie ba chela me Joe Blankson many me po ni lelenche eweku me be yan go se ke cousin
Yep.
be ke Kelvin Tackie me cousin ji ame lelenche eweku me ke je ga manche e wo ni akropon ke je maybe na akropon ke senche bon ga manche to amba chon yi no ni atoga manche ni senche ke eweku nu papetu si anukwale ni wo ye ya gan ewo no ni wo she ni tafla che wo nye me ko me ni ame twa me fa hia kashi ame am kan kwale chuni cha me musu ya fo amba afo we no ni ba gbe ame ya ge ba she ku e ko yi an kwale e ba twa ebubu ele simple ni very if me film na pe dai ake wo tabi e won yu ni won yu ni da ke gan ye hin ni ko ka nu kwale nchongbon klo to bi eni ba e ba de yu ba ya te iye shu akele no ji na kan blema gbese mancha do leni ona ke ne oyu ne e present any alternate facts
Dabi.
ti ba je ya ka nu kwale ameli anu kwale e wo yu ake o mu ko efe ganyo fe mu ko ti be gwen na ake si tafla che wo me ko me fe gan fe me ko ya si ko ke ganyo jibu lo na ni ganyo lo na o na male ka bla no ke o na usumoga mini ko ehwe monite chepo ni nye no ale le po e ke ge o Blankson je ga manjeri e papa po yu ya ke je ga manjeri e wo bo mo no amu ni le ke mo je ga manjeri bo ko yu ye be mi o fi o be o chele mo la inu si no ni ya no e ga mini game ameke ga for Joe Blankson tu mo no wi ni le Kelvin Tackie papa de che wi kana hia bi na you know ni inlekeji de ni ne wa se je ngmene alo what be konkrun si te ko chu de che e se kwa me no
Yep.
e wo play mo na play off wo call po ake Joe Blankson ja se che ko ni to le wo call po ake si no bi ni face enye ye mo nche ja ke se kwa me no o ka me no gigi na ma je yin po de still back to baton e age se ko nye no O mini no mano ye mini play mo ya play o. E se ko no. Anukwale ni gansu mu ewo. Nwani wo yo. Je no kuno. Aka le anukwale. No ko wa yo se ko wo ka me ya back and forth e. Ameke kun no na ama ajike ba ne fact na jwaga evidence na jwaga ba jike ba je no mo ji amadu no akwo evidence na ma me yo na ma provide je no ji amadu no akwo maybe traditional council to Mantse ha ga aton wo maybe ya ke je se to le de me to le o moni aka to le Mantse aya pe o ye hia je mi we Kelvin Tackie papa de interview e ke moni le jo Blankson na aka to le Mantse be kuma pe ka pe le hia pe o ye e o je nye mbani Kelvin Tackie le pa lui no ever challenge yo intete yani me Kelvin ka share ku poli ma you do agashi it seems to be very plain and simple to me agashi Joe Blankson le ka cha ka tele ko ebe mi na ya jenu bi ni je ja se cheto le senche la flat shi ba mi je ake senche je gbena papa ko ni aloni si je senche to Mantse yega je no ni wo nye me ku me fi o ye ku me wo no je na kan ni senche etowo Mantse senche ka wa kai le senchu mi se ni chumo ni chumo si le etowo Mantse oni akropon yeshi ba mi no gbena wuluni si je gbena ke ba to Mantse ahun po Mantse den ti ni Mantse den je ko le to he awo ko le gbe e ka to mo konkro Mantse mi na ko ga me ke je shia na e sha me no je den chepu ni jase chepu ni to le ato Mantse ni moko monita shie ta flat ko le to we afile ko me pa yo je no ni me ko ya lo ye moko ya mi afile ko me to pe ni as long as e fi moko ni nshie anye na to moko konkro Mantse ya ke wale ko me e wonu fe na fi se po den che ta flat ni amuke no me atokole mi afukole ata ko ko pa le de baya awo ko legbe te fi ote na to moko konkro yese o efe nye ngbele akenye fite kusum efe nye ngbele mini bula nye yo aka Mantse ni di nyam so se ni di nyono mini bula nye yo ale ne afukolo lo nye tinge nye to Mantse konkro yese musu ni musu o kenye nye blema gbese Mantse adu every stew buke bi oke na fufosa lele ke komprome aroda me abe meke ni bi kome efe nye ngbele aka no nyefe musu nye defend musu fun ni na fe ye gama something no nye defend o ni Mantse afukole Mantse afukole eye Mantse for 40 years kese na tokole nye to mo go yese soa sare susuma potes ne fu gbenye nye mo gi so se ni je nyonu fukole na ti o shi na to e conclude be mini no nyeta wo e ma je yen mini nye ke to jen ni December fo nye fo nya akọ jen alo manche nye pe nye to manche mi wo fi o e gane e ke nye te si nye defending ni kwe se ba bi nye friends ani ba bi nye friends ani nte do fa ni wa bi ega
Ishe. Nat, Mr. Lamte, kayo tri, shkwe, waba treat le mene, she boli, 30 minutes ni game ba starti. It's an imo fame wa Uncle Johnny, sano ya se no akwa keje shishiji. Waka show iba na agbe mene. So this week, Mr. Lamte, waba deal with naga niya do to tinto video it was part of the skipping libi kome. Anyways, so we'll deal with it sometime this week. Mink Pabo fight once again. O fine Bomodeni o subscribe channel hami. It is extremely important if you do so. Agbenenwe ke o subscribe YouTube as a messaging system. Make sure ke oba send me oba open up your messaging system. Ke when you work communicate instead of outside the platform. You understand what I'm saying? So Mink Pabo fight Bomoden konio subscribe. Cause subscribe because agbenenwe make sure you open up your messaging system, your YouTube, so that you and I can communicate over there. Yeah, ishibamli. Ke o like ko show e bomodeni o like dani o shibo. O na bonini e yo. Like mo show ami gonti. Ni ya ngwe. Today I had to wait a little bit because like people were already in their boli. I mean World Cup frenzy. Bona bonini e yo. So nyebo amode ko ni subscribe ha mi agbene jani femo mo femo ni o ke link send or like subscribe because I will not be able to send you the link every day. You understand what I'm saying? So make him sure can you subscribe the notification bell or hid no can no link bonia feni ke inyema sendable link YouTube then sendable. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure notification bell onyeno let me demonstrate it real quick. Dani inke inifemo abanagbe tumoboni la se in chobwe I mean 1 second ni makwake manyama fe using media nche inolo okay, let's go down. Okay, no, I cannot use this. I have to use someone else's. Okay, because Mlenche Minkwai, so of course I cannot subscribe to my own channel. Yeah, ni my user Mogonklo channel ni inke chwanye. Bona just to demonstrate kia Mink Pabo Fight ke oh yeah be let me just try and demonstrate it to you ke ona noninchon. So let me go back to YouTube and make sure I ke o subscribe because subscribe ni onye kono obana ke ebale na kan je no fe no ni oni ni ba sheno. Yes, I'm used to ni answer ban page now come when call YouTube and ote ingbe share video share ba na ni Tetteh TV obana ke subscribe je me cause subscribe go obana ke e ba fe open ke o subscribe hu bona ni bell obana ke bell o na ke let me call it quotation marks. Yeah, bell side there. Ni chwange subscribe bona fe everything ni ansamba ba post there. Ili ni anye asheno. Bona so bon femo ona ke so ba drop it be ke you know ona ke I'm calling it quotation marks. Ebe ngmele ma se ni chwange ebe ofeko all. So ona arrow any you be a drop mole. Ke o drop arrow bona. E ko ba na personalized. None unsubscribe. She no click all. Bona. Can click personalized. Ona quotation marks say eje jeme. So sano no afe all bona konye bele no e ko drop ni e ke fe all no ke fe all o ba na ke can drop video no oni de ba no so ke ale no in e pa no poni ma send ma bo podi enche bodi enche obana link so mi kpa bo fai femole na o ha mi onu before oni ma shibwe ye ishiba amlin mi kpa bo fai o fai ne keji okay o donation e bakwe ye ishiba amlin bo modern koni okay o donation ba onu mo fe money okono e ba min daboshi wa de enche okleje a job chi ye ishiba amlin keji okwewo ni okono bakwe bo modern koni o bless wo ye ishiba amlin o fai ne coffee na kan ani wodi ni a share receipt no bona eke wofi no fin no fine nyefenye yana walada 25 minutes to kick off. I'm rooting for Spain. I'm a Ronaldo guy, I'm a CR7 guy, so I'm actually rooting for Spain, but it is what it is. Let's see what's going to happen. Whatever team you are supporting, good luck to you. But we'll be here this week. You understand what I'm saying? Near Damalache, a true delegation at Pokwase. So ben yebaka o manjo victim say from Pokwase waka me face show ye biye misalamte na kona okay waka me face show ye biye so near that like a true delegation kete ni as la victim say ka me families oba face show ye biye this week. Of course, this all new video about near the to team talk claiming ake ele nonite no we will talk about it this week as well. So we have more in stock for you. Find it where TikTok Bomodeni o follower ni o like wa page TikTok, Facebook le mwe bomodeni o follower ni o like wa page Facebook. Abache o fa no go ba mu na.
All right.
So all right. So chemega jeme nyefenye yi anawalada wo ba pe bi o chile mi. Uncle Johnny o fa na ya say no question onu. Wo ba pe bi bye bye. Yes, Uncle Johnny, I deal with patience and here. Onu, I promise you, we'll deal with patience and here. You have my word. Onu, we'll deal with it.